Simple query on stock prices and ratios. This query trigger enables the user to find companies based on the data pertaining to their share prices. This query trigger is available under Stock Prices and Capital Changes section. This query trigger allows the user to query on share prices and volumes data sourced from the Bombay Stock Exchange and the National Stock Exchange. It also allows the user to query on derived indicators such as adjusted prices, EPS, PE, PB, etc. Let us understand the functioning of this query trigger with the help of an example. Suppose we want to find companies whose market capitalization was more than 5,000 million as of the last trading day of either BSE or NSE. To execute this query, you need to follow 6 steps. The first step is to go to the query trigger Stock Prices and Ratios and select the appropriate tab from the top of the user interface. The tab Query is selected by default and let us retain the same. The second step is to select the indicator which is to be queried on and enter the range in the Range From and Range To boxes. Let us select market capitalization from the list of indicators available by clicking on the checkbox under BSE and NSE. This implies that the query should be conducted on the market capitalization of the companies on BSE or NSE. Enter the range 5000 in the Range From box and leave the Range To box blank. Since the default currency selected is rupees million in the menu bar, this implies rupees 5,000 million. The third step is to enter the appropriate date on which the search should be conducted. L is the default setting. Let us change it to a relative date T. It implies the last trading date of the exchanges. The date formats used in the query on dates are explained in the Help on Dates, which can be accessed by clicking on the question mark icon available just above the Query on Dates box. From both the interval drop-down list, let us retain the default selection Daily. From both the Date Proximity drop-down lists, let us retain the selection Exact Date. The fourth step is to choose the appropriate domain. There are 2 domains available, All Companies and Companies in Current OSE. The domain All Companies will conduct a search over all the companies available in the Prowess database for which stock prices are available. The domain Companies in Current OSE will conduct a filtering on the companies available in the current output sheet. Let us select the domain All Companies. The fifth step is to select the appropriate output destination from the Select Output Destination box. There are 4 formats possible. The first is the OSE format, which lists the names of the companies in the rows and data in subcolumn 1. The second output destination is the WS, which is the worksheet, which displays indicators in rows, companies and times in columns. The third output destination is also WS, which displays time in rows and company and indicators in columns. The fourth output destination is the TXT output, which displays the data in a text file where one row displays one record. Let us select OSE as our output destination. The sixth step is to click on the appropriate Execute option to run your query. Since we have selected All Companies as our domain, we can select any one of 3 execute options. These are Add to Current OSE, Send to New OSE and Replace Current OSE. Add to Current OSE will add the list of companies which have satisfied the criteria specified in the query trigger along with the data. Send to New OSE will create a new OSE of companies satisfying the criteria specified in the query trigger along with the data. Replace Current OSE will replace the contents in the current output sheet with the company satisfying the criteria specified in the query trigger along with the data. Let us click on Send to New OSE. After the query has been successfully executed, the New Outputs button will start blinking. Click on the New Outputs button. You will see that OSE has been generated and is selected by default in the Output Downloader box. You can click on the Continue button to download this output. ProwessIQ will display companies along with the data in the output sheet which had market capitalization of more than 5,000 million as of the last trading day of either of the exchanges.